Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have a message for you all around authenticity, and it is to be so authentic that you could get yourself in trouble. So definitely want you guys to think about this one. And the reason why I felt called to particularly talk around this concept with you guys today is because just this morning I was giving a live training to a beautiful group of individuals that I'm doing a group coaching program with. And after the live training, one of the phenomenal human beings asked me a question, which was around how my last relationship ended. And anyway, I just told the whole entire story, and you know, that builds and deepens connections, right? So a lot of people don't want to talk about certain things. They just want to be positive, you know, create this pretty picture about life. But at the end of the day, when we do that, we're not being authentic. We're not really, you know, utilizing the opportunity available to us to go super deep with people and to courageously own our own experience. And I loved doing that. And it got me kind of thinking, because, you know, they said, you know, they appreciated me being so open and authentic and, you know, just honest about everything. And it got me kind of thinking. I said to them, you know, questions, I love questions, but they can be kind of dangerous because I'll always answer them. And so I really like having that because in the past, I didn't feel like I could be all of who I was. I felt like that might upset people or threaten people or whatever it was. So because I lived so much of my life that way, any opportunity I can get right now to be more and more authentic, I jump on it, and I'm so enlivened by it because it was a void that I had in my past that now I have an immense value on. And I feel like the more authentic we can be, the more we can connect with others. You know, the depth that we can go authentically is the depth that we can go in love and in our relationships and our connections. So I really, really highly value authenticity, and I'm hoping that me sharing this with you guys today can remind you that, you know, unless your authenticity could get you in trouble, maybe you're not being authentic enough. And I encourage you to do that, because the more authentic you are, the more it frees up all your energy to, you know, really channel into the things that inspire you to the highest degree. Because you're not trying to maintain any sort of image, you're not trying to remember the lies that you're told, all of that sort of stuff. So I think if we just come at life, we're just being truly authentic, being all of who we are, being open, and, you know, having the courage to open up vulnerably. And I think the reason why I can do that is because I've done a lot of work on that. And I don't think that we have to just share everything with the entire world at all. I think that there's a time and a place, and I think that we want to be sharing from a place of strength, from a place of, you know, internal strength, that we've made it through the challenges and we can openly share about it with no problem, you know, because when we're in it, it doesn't always feel like it's ready to be shared, and that's okay. Doesn't mean that you're being inauthentic. It might be that you're being very discerning about what's healthy for you right here, right now. And maybe you need to do some work on you and work through some challenges before you share it so openly with the rest of the world. All right, and that's okay. But definitely, I look at my ability to be open and share authentically is a really good gauge for me to see where I need to do more work, and it's also being able to see, oh, I've done some awesome work around that, and that's why I'm able to share so openly and authentically about it. So I'm hoping that you guys don't get deterred from being authentic because you fear how it will make other people feel, or you know, you might, you know, whatever it is, you know, you might be judged by people, or whatever it is, whatever your fears are. I'm hoping that you will start focusing on sharing as much as possible authentically from a place of strength, so that you can free up your energy to gear and channel into the stuff that really inspires you, and you will absolutely inspire others to go deeper with you, and for them to share more with you as well. So I think it's super, super powerful, and I live my life by that because I do believe that authenticity equals freedom, and it also is the vehicle for creating depth of connection with others, and that's what we're all here to do at the end of the day. So let me check in with you guys. If you've got any questions or comments or feedback for me, definitely drop it in the comments below, or just say hi. I'd love to hear from you. How are you going in this realm of authenticity? Are you the type of person who's been holding back a lot out of fear of judgment, or how you're going to maybe threaten people or make people feel uncomfortable, and then it's just taking up all this energy because you're trying to maintain this holding back, or have you gone on that journey and you're sharing authentically and you're generating that freedom and that energy that comes from it, and also seeing the results of depth of connection with others? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. But I want to check in. I've got Angel and Kane and Paul and Jay's here, and Renee and Adil and Andreas and Jamie. Hello to you. And Angel, thank you, my friend. And Huss is here, and Patty and Tomakan from India. I love it. Love hearing from where you guys are. And Jessica's back. I love it. And Shiraj, and hello to you. And Ray and Ram's here. And Jamie, you're so welcome, my friend. Grateful that you found some value here. And Jody and Tim is here. And George. Hi Vanessa, salutations from El Paso, Texas. It's been a while. I agree with authenticity. Most importantly, I believe in learning, applying, and sharing. I wish the best to you and everyone here watching and listening. Oh, thank you, George, and wishing you the same right back at you. And love that you're here. And yeah, definitely. And I do really believe that we can't learn, apply, and share to our highest capacity unless we are mastering our ability to be more authentic, and that's absolutely in conjunction. So I love that. Awesome. And thank you for your comments here. And Kelly's here, and Patty. I have someone in my life who is an energy vampire. Oh yeah. How can you be authentic to yourself, and what would you say to the energy vampire? Don't we all have one or more of those in our lives? Completely resonate with you. So for those of you who don't really know the energy vampire sort of concept, they're kind of those people in our lives who we just kind of feel more drained by spending time with. They kind of just like drain us emotionally in whatever their realm is of doing that. Maybe they've got a lot of problems that they're always just going on and on about, or they're just sucking the energy and the life force out of you. And the funny thing is that authenticity is key, but authenticity comes also with our ability to be more discerning and self-loving. And I actually did my live training to my group all about this today. So that's timely. But definitely what we need to do is we need to have healthy boundaries. And the more authentic and self-loving we are, the more we're able to discern what our boundaries are and enforce them with courage and love. So I would ask you, Patty, to do what I gave to my team today and ask yourself, what would be the most self-loving thing that I could do in this situation with this person? All right. And start to enforce that boundary, because at the end of the day, whatever is most self-loving for you is absolutely going to be most beneficial to the people that you're in relationship with. And sometimes these energy vampires haven't had anybody with the courage to actually point out, hey, you know what? The way you operate, this type of behavior, it's just not working for me, and it's not working for our connection. And because they haven't had somebody who had the courage to get more intentional, they can oftentimes not even know how they're affecting people outside of themselves. So when you step up and do operate with healthy boundaries that's most self-loving for you, you can encourage and inspire somebody else to kind of look at how they're operating, and definitely go on that journey. So much I could say about that, but I really hope that that was helpful to you, Patty, and I really appreciate you sharing your experience here. Hey Kane, nice to see you. And Huss, so appreciated you letting us in and sharing a bit of your story with us. It does help us to feel a deeper connection and understand better where you're coming from. I've grown in this area thanks to you, but I can still see how I have a ways to go to consistently come from a place of strength. But I think it all starts with trusting self and that you can handle the emotional discomfort in the beginning. And I've always been surprised by how receptive people are when we share some of our innermost challenges. Much love. Absolutely, Huss. And yes, so you're part of the team. So you heard me speak in depth about why my past relationship broke down, and I was pretty open and vulnerable with you guys because I want to build such trust and depth of connection with you guys. So I'm grateful to hear so much of that from you, Huss, and definitely you are absolutely an action taker who's growing and progressing, and I think it's beautiful, and I'm excited about where you're going and to share that journey with you. Absolutely. And you know, that's so true. You know, it's that beginning, that initial discomfort that oftentimes keeps us in situations that we know are not healthy for us for so long because we're so fearful of that initial discomfort. And then we get into it and we take action and we realize what lays on the other side of that discomfort. And it is such a level of strength, courage, confidence, determination, and empowerment that we wonder why we took so long to get there and take that action. So can't wait for you to experience more of that, Huss, and so appreciate your honesty and openness and authenticity. You are an inspiration, and much love to you as well. And Chris is here. Awesome to see you, Chris. And Brian, thanks for today's message. I have a lot to learn about authenticity. You are so welcome, Brian. And I don't think that there's much more, there's a much more important topic to really tap into than authenticity. Like I said, I really do believe that authenticity equals freedom. Knowing who you are, knowing what you want, and having the courage to go after it. That's what all of my work is about for you guys, and I believe it's what life is about. So definitely love you sharing that, Brian, and being so authentic. So that's awesome. And Shane's here, and Troy, and Patty, I'm loving that you found value in what I shared then. Grateful to hear that. And John's here, and Leslie, and Shane. Hello, Vanessa. Good morning. Busy at work again. Nice to catch you live again. Just a little busy, hard to keep up. All good. Might have to watch again later. I appreciate you tuning in, Shane, and keep working hard. But yeah, definitely tune in later. I'd love to hear from you. And Lisa's here as well. So guys, all of you who are just joining me right now, I really hope that you catch the recording and get a ton of value from today's message. As always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, extraordinary, and you're doing something super empowering, and you're going to work at being so authentic that you might get yourself into a little bit of trouble. All right? I do all the time, and I love it. All right? So I don't think there's anything more empowering than being so authentic that you could kind of overshare, but as long as it's coming from a place of strength, you've done the internal work to move past it, and you can be that beacon of inspiration to let people know, hey, it's okay to just be all of who you are. Be authentic. Without that, you can't get the depth of connection that we all truly want. So John, thank you so much for your love in the content. I really appreciate hearing that from you. So thank you, my friend. And take care to you, Shane. And Lisa, I will watch later. Thank you for your messages. You're so welcome. And yeah, definitely catch a recording. I love that, Lisa. And yes, Emmanuel, it's exhausting to be inauthentic. Oh my gosh, it drains so much energy. The moment you step into just focusing on how can I be more authentic? You know, who am I? What do I want? How can I share and express more of that? Is it the most freeing? And you just generate the highest levels of energy that I've generated have all come from me stepping forth and being more authentic. Because I got nothing I'm trying to pretend with. I've got nothing I got to remember and focus on and hold back or any of that stuff. So I completely agree with you there, Emmanuel. It's completely the most exhausting thing to do ever is to be inauthentic. So boom, hats off to you. And Huss, love this so much. Beat all of you. Absolutely, my friend. And Corey, I'm loving that you're finding some truth here. Thank you to everybody who's been joining me today. And dropping your comments and your questions. I appreciate you guys all so much. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Hope this was powerful for you. Sending you all of my love. Can't wait to see you then.